Hello and welcome to 2017. Also excited about this year. I discovered a ton of new music in 2017. I bet you it's going to be a little different than what you bring in, though. I was like full on into electronic music, like no rock whatsoever. I'm pretty sure. I guess there could have been some exceptions. Okay. So hi, how is everyone doing? What about me not being born yet? Yeah, I wasn't born I was born after 2017 for sure. Yeah. I was born yesterday actually, as they say. Cool. So the first 30-ish minutes we're going to do general chat requests. 5 minutes max, one request per person, and I'm only going to play one song per artist maximum. And then we'll switch to super chats. All right. And since the free chats, you have no character limits, I would so love if you could actually give me a little preview of what the song is like. You know, maybe tell me a genre or something about it that means something to you, or, you know, just so I have like a little more information to go off of for my decisions. That would be especially nice, if you wouldn't mind. St. Vincent pills. I do like the St. Vincent. I do indeed. Also, if you're new to the chat to the live streams, there are community agreements that is in the description of the video. If you could just read those and make sure you agree. Essentially, it's like, you know, be nice, be respectful, make sure your comments contribute to the conversation. No spam. That kind of thing. You know, just be a good person. Okay. Let's start with Pills by Saint. I wrote Sinvent. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, and make sure the song is originally released in 2017. Okay, no remasters, although I don't know if we can really...
Wake, pills to sleep, pills, pills, pills every day of the week. Pills to walk, pills to think, pills, pills, pills for the family. I spent a year suspended in air, my mind on the gap, my head on the stairs, from healer to dealers and then back again, from guru to voodoo and voodoo to zen. Pills to wake, pills to sleep, pills, pills, pills every day.
Oh yeah, I've heard this.
Pills to walk, pills to think, pills, pills, pills for the family. Pills to grow, pills to shrink, pills, pills, pills and a good stiff drink. Pills to fuck, pills to eat, pills, pills, pills down the kitchen sink. I'm behind the wheel, I'm leaving your stage. I can't even swim in these waves I made. From the bath to the drain and the plane to the stage to the bed to give head to the money I made. Pills to wake, pills to sleep, pills, pills, pills every day of the week.
I love that switch up.
Pills to think, pills, pills, pills for the family. Pills to grow, pills to shrink, pills, pills, pills and a good stiff drink. Pills to fuck, pills to eat, pills, pills, pills down the kitchen sink. I heard the tales, fortune and blame, tigers and wolves, defamed by fame, from the chains to the reins, to the vein, to the brain. Anyway, there's a day and I'll pay it in pain. Pills to wake, pills to sleep, pills, pills, pills every day of the week. Pills to walk, pills to think, pills, pills, pills for the family. Pills to grow, pills to shrink, pills, pills, pills and a good stiff drink. Pills to fuck, pills to eat, pills, pills, pills down the kitchen sink. Pills to wake, pills to sleep, pills, pills, pills every day of the week. Pills to walk, pills to think, pills, pills, pills for the family. Pills to grow, pills to shrink, pills, pills, pills and a good stiff drink. Pills to fuck, pills to eat, pills, pills, pills down the kitchen sink. Pills to wake, pills to sleep, pills, pills, pills every day of the week. Pills to walk, pills to think, pills, pills, pills for the family. Pills to grow,
going to go to that chord. That's such a Beatles thing to do.
Come all you villains, come one and all. Come all you killers, come join the war. Come all you wasted, wretched and scorned. Come on and face it, come join the war. Come climb the rafters, come out to space. Come for the answers, throw them away. Come kiss me stupid, come kiss me soft.
That's so nice.
Come find me standing under the wall. Come all you killers, come out to play. Everyone you know will all go Come all you wasted, wretched and torn. Come watch me standing under the wall. Come all you children, come out to play. Everyone you love will all go
What a fun track. I have heard this before, and I think it was on a live stream, so I might be doubling my analysis here, but there's a very clear, like, forced happy sound to the song, right? I think some musical commentary on the subject matter, right? Of like pills to just, you know, solve all your problems and everything that makes you human, and, you know, make life so comfortable and fake happy, right? You know, I'm not knocking pills. I mean, you know, I'm not going to make any statements about pills, but I think we know what she's trying to say, you know. And so I love the musical devices she employs to express that, which is like a lot of major chords and a lot of arpeggios and things that sound very accessible and almost childlike, you know. Oh my God, Milo, your paw looks so delicious. Like the most perfect black beans I've ever seen. Look, oh, unfortunately they're not facing you. They're facing me though. She looks so happy. She's doing the like arm over the edge of the bed and she's vibing. She's just like so cute. All right. So she goes, do 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 do. I mean, it almost sounds like children playing, you know, like hopscotch or something. You know, it's so innocent. And then the drums go between like a double or up tempo and then like a halftime that gives it a little bit more maturity and swagger. And I loved the like kind of dirtied up guitar solo. Also, the bass is following the do 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 do, and it can do that because she's singing the chords. The one and the four, one and da da da. By the way, if you want to get better at ear training and you know this song really well, you can use both of those arpeggios to help you learn what a major chord sounds like and how to build it from the bottom up. So that's nice. I usually use obla di, obla da. Definitely some Beatles influence, I think, on this song, especially that last part, which had a line cliche. Whatever. That was good. Really well produced, very tasteful, well mixed. Just a joy to listen to. She sounds great. I like her a lot. Okay, we're gonna go next to Kendrick Lamar, Duckworth. I probably haven't heard this. You never know. Explicit parental advisory. Wow.
Until I found it's me versus me. Just remember what happens on Earth
earth stays on earth. We're gonna put it in reverse.
Darling, I've told you many times, and now I'm telling you once again, just to remind you, sweetheart, that my...
Oh, Lamar, Hail Mary, your marijuana times is hard. Pray with the hooligan, shadows all in the dark. Fellowship with demons and relatives, I'm a star. Life is one funny motherfucker. A true comedian, you gotta love him, you gotta trust him. I might be bugging, infomercials and no sleep. Introverted by my thoughts, children listen, it gets deep. See, once upon a time inside the Nicholson Garden projects, the object was to process and digest poverty's dialect. Adaptation inevitable, gun violence, crack spot, federal policies, rape buildings and drug professionals. Anthony was the oldest of 7, well respected, calm and collected. Laughing and joking made life easier. Hard times, mama on crack. A 4-year-old telling his nanny he needed her. His family history pimping and banking. He was meant to be dangerous. Clocked him a grip and start slanging. 15 scraping up his jeans with quarter pieces. Even got some hair from a smoker last weekend. Dodger policeman working for his big homie. Small time hustler graduated to a brick on him. $10,000 out of for project housing. That's on the daily. Seen his first meal, 20 years old. Had a couple of babies. Had a couple of shooters. Caught a murder case. Fingerprints on the gun, they assuming, but witnesses couldn't prove it. That was back when he turned his back and they killed his cousin. He beat the case and went back to hustling. Birds shuffling, Anthony rang. The first in the projects with the two-tone Mustang. That 5.0 thing, they say 5-0 came. Circling parking lots and parking spots and hopping out while harassing the corner blocks. Crooked cops told Anthony he should kick it. He brushed him off and walked back to the Kentucky Fried Chicken. See, at this chicken spot there was a light-skinned nigga that talked a lot with a curly top and a gap in his teeth. He worked the window, his name was Ducky. He came from the streets, the Robert Taylor home, Southside Project, Chirac, the Terror Dome. Drove to California with a woman on him and $500. They had a son hoping that he'd see college. Hustling on the side with a 9-to-5 to freak it. Cadillac severely ride his son around on weekends. 3-piece special with his name on his shirt pocket. Cross the street from the projects, Anthony planned to rob it. Stuck up the place before, back in 84. That's when affiliation was really 8 years of war. So many relatives telling us, selling us, devilish work, scaling us, crime, intelligent, felonies, prevalent proposition with nines. Ducky was well aware, they robbed the manager and shot a customer last year. He figured he'd get on these niggas' good sides. Free chicken every time Anthony posted in line. 2 extra biscuits, Anthony liked them and then let them slide. They didn't kill him, in fact it looked like they're the last to survive. Pay attention, that one decision changed both of their lives. One curse at a time, reverse and manifest a good karma, and I'll tell you why. You take 2 strangers and put them in random predicaments. Give them a soul so they can make their own choices and live with it. 20 years later, them same strangers you make them meet again. Inside recording studios where they reaping their benefits. Then you start reminding them about that chicken incident. Whoever thought the greatest rapper would be from coincidence? Because if Anthony killed Ducky, Top Dog could be serving life while I grow up without a father and die in a gunfight.
Jag fucking jag need now for that the world.
So I was taking a walk the other day.
Whoa. Okay, so I think y'all know by now, I don't really listen to rap. I don't have a lot of knowledge about rap. So all I can say is that, like, his flow seemed cool, but I was definitely more fixated on the production, which also includes, like, how his vocals were produced and chopped up and reversed and, you know, everything like it was unpredictable, which I really liked. I felt like I couldn't just sit back and groove to this. I had to really pay attention, which helped someone like me, who's usually not very lyric forward, to actually catch some things he was saying, you know, because I was like really, really present. Some sampling of like old, like ballads, you know, 50s maybe, like ballad. I'm not sure who it was. You can probably tell me. But you know, played a snippet of that song, just a snippet, and then completely changed direction to the main groove of the song. I mean, and then used a snippet of the vocal from that old song and used it as sort of a rhythmic accent, like I forget exactly, but on some offbeat every so often. That was really cool, keeping the continuity. It's like, oh, that's why he introduced that snippet of the song in full, is like to have almost an explicit connection to the sample used later. So I'm not sure who produced this, or if, Kendrick is a producer. I actually don't know anything other than I know he had a really big album in the last year or two, right? Because I kept seeing all these social media posts by millennials about his jeans at like some big show. Was it the Super Bowl or something? And his jeans looked like millennial jeans, like long flares or something. And I was like, oh yeah, Kendrick Lamar. I don't know anything about him. Anyway, but and yeah, it just felt very artistic. It just felt really like, he's trying to do something interesting. He's and he's not afraid to do whatever he wants, and like, this isn't maybe what I would consider to be like the most mainstream sounding rap. It's kind of more then again, I don't really listen to rap, so I actually don't know. It seemed more fringy than I was expecting, so that was really just cool. And there were chords. I mean, they sampled something that had 2 chords, very like smooth minor 7th chords. It gives it that like mystery and a little bit of darkness, but it's very chill. Minor 7th chords and major 7th chords, I just think sound so chilled out. Like, it's just, there's something relaxing about them. Yeah, that was cool. I enjoyed that. I did. The whole ending was crazy. I was not expecting any of that. Okay. Ninth Wonder produced it. Okay. I don't know who that is. Okay. All right. We got some more wonderful general chat requests to get to, so I'm going to move on here. Let's do Nine Inch Nails' The Background World, which has a radio edit. I had no idea. So I'm guessing it's the whole song, and then they just didn't have the 5 or 6 or whatever 7 minutes of the last part looping and being degraded by tape looping, or I forget exactly how they did it. Who else listens to the whole thing when they listen to Background World? Okay, let's do it. I'm into it. I don't see Nine Inch Nails having uploaded this edit, so I'm going to pick something that a user uploaded and hope the quality is good. Yes, I saw all your requests. I have been copying them over into tabs.
You left me here. What am I supposed to do? I never dared to look inside, just like you told me to. I'm going into you again. I know
Really
you
breathes.
saw it too. And I will keep myself awake. I know what's coming. I feel it reaching through. There is no moving past. There is no better place. There is no future point in time. We will not get away.
No, he's not pitched down, but he does have the high end of his vocal rolled off with an EQ, so it's more like this. Hey everybody. Sorry that I'm loading up the 2016. Here we go. I want to copy over the pinned post. Where is it? Because I just realized I didn't do that here. Sorry. Where can I get it? Come on. That's annoying. Why isn't it pinned? Okay, I guess I'll have to do it later. Usually I have like a pinned comment at the top of the chat with all the basics of the rules of this thing, but I forgot to do it today. Okay, so first of all, if you want to watch almost 3 hours of us listening to the trilogy and, you know, a little bit of breakdowns, there is a post on my Patreon. I believe it's public now. I can double check actually. The replay of this listening party. Okay, no, it looks like I just made it available to any member. I can make it public, that's fine. All right. Okay, so it's public now. So the link I put in the chat. So if you want to watch that for more details. But yeah, so this is a cool song. It definitely was a standout for me on Add Violence. Although I will say my favorite is This Isn't the Place. And I also love The Lovers a lot. So one of the things I like about it, I like how tapey the whole production sounds. It just all sounds like, sure, it has some stereo spread, but it's kind of more mono-y sounding, and everything just has this tape warmth to it. There's a lot of, I think, sampling of something that he's using as like a low, almost bass sound, like a you know that sound. So it's like and then it goes and then it takes that and goes and then I think it's so there's always these like pairs. They're very syncopated. Well, the second one is yeah, second one's anticipating. It's just a really cool pattern. It's not a rhythm that I often hear in a bass line or a chord progression. So when I first heard it, I was like, whoa, that's different. I love that. Also, there's a flat six, but he takes it away from you really fast. He's like, no. And then this is such a trend thing to do. Da, da. I think that this is like a very pretty song, actually. World is close to rise. That's really pretty. Are you sure this is what you want is very exciting. So the song doesn't really have a verse or chorus, right? And so it all feels like you kind of feel like something is going to happen. And then I think when it does, it just feels ultra satisfying. There's a subtle build up to the Are You Sure? Things swell a little bit, get a little louder, a little more energy, opens up a bit, and then Are You Sure? And then it feels almost like a drop, even though it's not like, although the song actually could totally have like a big rock, like industrial version, and it would still sound good, I think. But Are You Sure? This is just so Trenty, like such a strange melody. Are you sure to like land on this note? It's so dissonant. Are you sure this is what you want? There's all this space for that movement, and then are you sure? And then you get the beautiful dissonance with the flat six. Are you sure? And it's gone. This is what you want. Another good example of just do the same melody twice, change the chords underneath, magic happens. The synths are doing a very Phrygian thing, like that kind of evil sound the whole time. I like the it's just good. Super slow, simple, kind of 4 on the floor drum beat, but it's quite satisfying, especially with the like swelling offbeat synths, like I don't know, what is it? B flat or whatever, something like that. It's good. It's a very cool song. And then the ending, which we didn't listen to, but it's very interesting. Okay. Oh, thank you, Clores. Let me pin that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you so much. Okay. All right. We got a bunch of requests and not a lot of time. I will do 2 more general chat requests, and of course I have more than that. So I will have to pick. Let's do Björk the Gate. We're going to fade it out around 5 minutes. This is one of those that I did not hear by itself. I've only seen it with the music video. And the music video is quite stunning, I think. So, you know, you might want to put it on and have it muted while we listen so you can see the visuals because it's quite striking, I think. Yeah. I'm curious how it's going to translate to y'all without the visuals because I don't even know. Like, is it a good song, or am I just in love with the combination of the 2 mediums? Okay.
My heels
Is this Arca?
transformed into a gate where I receive
Oh yeah, my hair's in a bun. It's just hot today.
love from where I give love from and I care for you, care for you. I care for you, care for you. Care for you, care for you. I care for you, care for you. Split into many parts, splattered light beams into prisms that will reunite if you care for so needy. Just more broken than normal.
The song continues. You should watch / listen to it. I keep forgetting to fix my squeaky chair. I'm sorry. It is a good song. It's not just the visuals. There's so many interesting things about this. I mean, it feels as if it has no time or meter. It might actually, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels so fluid. There's a ton of space. You get these like bursts, and the bursts get brighter and more colorful and iridescent the longer it goes on. And then that subsides, and then there's sort of this like, and then it bursts again. So it feels like, listening to it feels very like, it doesn't feel that cerebral to me when I listen to it. It's very like my body is sort of like going with this weird ebb and flow with it. It just feels good. And it's so beautiful. All her harmonies at the beginning, there's a lot of whole step dissonances, like, and I really think those are quite underrated. They're not used a lot. They're not the easiest to sing. So respect to anyone really, I think, who can live in those dissonant harmonies, vocal harmony spaces. So pretty. And it does sound almost like she almost sounds like an impressionist composer or something, It reminds me of Debussy and Satie, and it's just something about it. And then the whole song turns into this, like, you could hear a pin drop, literally you do, it's these little, but to me, listening to it, I'm like completely engaged and waiting, it has me completely. And then really showcasing her voice. She's like the main thing, except for these samples that Arca took of, I'm guessing, her voice. The sounds like just a part of something she's saying. It has that sound. It's a little, like, voices they change pitch over time. Even if you're singing one note, there's still little fluctuations unless you auto-tune the shit out of it. So if you sample any part of a note, there might be a little fluctuation. So you can kind of hear going, You can kind of hear the fluctuation. And it goes da da da, which is one chord. Then it goes da da da, which is a different chord. So that's showing and then also takes a shorter sample of her voice and goes do 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 do, like these incredible like arpeggios, so much energy, and then she just starts to do background vocals, harmonizing with herself, between the I Care For Yous, and then Arca also takes those and kind of, it's quite magical. I think it's quite magical. So I'm glad we listened to that. I will never forget watching that music video. My friend Sam, I don't know if Sam's here, but we used to live together, and Sam had like a big projector wall. The whole wall was a projector, and that's how I walked in. I was like, what is this? Oh my God. It's incredible. Okay, all right. We got time for one more, and then we're going to switch to super chats. I know. There's so many great requests we can't get to. It's the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, there's 8. Okay, random number generator. I can pick however I want. We're going random. 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vanishing Twin Telescope.
I look inside.
How lovely. I love this. Mode mixture is the sound when you take chords that aren't the same key and you put them all in the same song, and it's just amazing. And it's so, I don't know, it's such an emotional experience, I think, hearing it. And it keeps you a little surprised because, you know, most music isn't like that. So, you know, it's still a little, it catches our ear. It's still slightly unexpected. And, you know, you can't exactly predict where it's going to go next. The more you listen, you start to be able to predict it, but it doesn't make the magic go away. It just makes you more excited to hear that next chord. This one is... that one, I can't wait to hear. That's just... It's probably because it feels like a flat six. It's not, but I think like in relationship to the chord before it, it's kind of as if it's like the same distance from like home to flat six as from this chord to that chord or something. And it's unexpected. Oh, man, it's so pretty. Really lovely vocals. It's ride cymbal. Chilled out. What is this? Dream pop? Dream alt rock? It's dreamy. Is it shoegazy? It's like part of me wants to take like a genre course, you know? I feel so crippled in this area. And here I am like saying, you know, like I know stuff about music. And I'm like, oh, what genre is this? It's just, it feels dreamy. It feels retro, whatever that means. Does not feel modern. Like a little bit of that, like, yeah, 50s rock ballad, early 60s rock ballad feeling, but also like slightly like Deftones, you know, those seventh chords, which makes me think it's shoegaze. I don't know. It's very pretty, enjoyable. Psychedelic dream sandal rock. That sounds good. Shoe pop. Oh my god. Dream gaze. Shoe dream. That's lovely. Bohem asks, what was a flat six again? Great question. I would love to tell you, to quote that lovely lady, Elise Myers. It is what's referred to as a functional chord in a key, meaning it has sort of a role that it fills in a key. It has a lot of notes in common with the home chord, where everything feels settled and done, and it's like the chord you would end the song on. However, it adds a lot of drama and a lot of beautiful dissonance with like melodies. And if you want to hear more examples, I have 2 pretty long videos full of examples of this chord. And, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, I've always loved that one too. I just didn't know what it was. So you can find it. It has a fixed position from the home note of a song. So like the key of the song. So if a song's in D, all you have to do is go Phantom of the Opera, and you find the flat 6 note, and then you play a major chord starting on that, and you can play it in a minor key, or you can play it in a major key, because why not? Like they did. Oh no, they didn't, right. Like, I believe I can see the future. Okay, anyway, sorry to waste your time, but, you know, if someone asks me about the flat 6, I will not shut up. Sorry. Next is Super Chat time. All right, my friends. We're starting off with Robin Powell's request because I'm always excited to hear more Royal Blood. This is called Sleep, and this is a small band, right? 2 people. Very impressive for such a huge sound. It's muted. Fuck. I forget every time I fade out. It remembers.
I don't wanna sleep, 'cause I've had enough of the same ugly dream. I just can't switch it off. Now I don't wanna lie.
This has a flat 6. Of course. So wait, what is it again? He plays guitar and he pitches down with an octave pedal, or he plays bass and he pitches it up with an octave pedal. I cannot remember. Either way, he is both the bassist and the guitarist, and it's so, as someone who's so fixated on chords, because I love them, it's always interesting to hear such rich sounding music that's completely a riff, right? I mean, because that's all he can do. He's got a line. I don't really hear him playing chords. Because that would probably be too messy sounding. Chords don't sound good down here. Like, it sounds like shit, you know? So you got to keep it a clean line, one note at a time, for the most part, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, you know, he navigates harmony a different way. It's a more over time way, as opposed to like, here's the harmony. I mean, all music is over time, but I think you know what I mean. Like, as opposed to, you know, you could play a chord, all the notes together, block chord, or you can play them as an arpeggio, which is over time, right? So it's not like he's doing that. He's not like going da 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 da, but he's sort of implying harmonic changes with the lines. So he'll have like a like those are the main notes. Those are like, that's the harmony change. But there's all these notes in between that are more melodic, because he's also got to take care of, you know, the guitar part, right? So he does a great job. I will be honest, that wasn't my favorite song by them that I've heard. I'm sure it would grow on me with time, but it didn't like grab me right away. But it was good. I mean, I can't really criticize it. It just didn't really, like, you know, I'm not like really interested in hearing it again. But it was very bluesy, I would say. You know, it did have a flat 6, which is like not bluesy. So that still is echoing in my head. Flat 6 is it's a different kind of pain, I think. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's drama. Flat 6 is drama. But they have this really kind of slow, sleazy, sensual drum beat often, you know, which I dig. I like slow drum beats. But I can't really remember the melody. You know, it's like, didn't stick with me. I remember him going da 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 da, and that's it. I wonder what, I think, is this from the album Better Strangers? Because I feel like I listened to that album on a road trip and I was like, whoa! I can't believe I've never heard of this band before. Isn't that the one with the woman? Yeah. I think this is the one I'd listen to, unless all their album covers are black and white. And then I could be wrong, because I remember it being black and white. No, they're not. Different album. Okay, that was their first one. Okay. Yeah. All right. Dope. All good. Okay. Next. Let's do Sir Lemming's request. Gave me choices. In the future, if it's okay with you, I would prefer to not give me choices, because I already am making so many choices. It's a little overwhelming sometimes. So just pick one and request it, and hopefully I will get to it. So I'm going to go with the first one that you requested for simplicity, which is Mutemath. Oh, that's good. I love Mutemath. Northern Lights. I don't know if I know this particular song, though. Probably not. But they're so good. Okay, this is from the album, right? Wait. Oh, okay. No, this is a different album. Wait, I just want to make sure. My God, I cannot stand the search function in Tidal. It's so bad. Wait, what's the song called? Northern Lights? Wait, am I confused here? Oh, it's called Nuisance. I'm sorry. I saw the word Northern Lights : Mutemath and thought that's what you were saying, but it's mute. You were talking about Northern Lights. Mutemath Nuisance. Okay. So that's this album I haven't heard yet. Play Dead? Oh, okay. All right, sorry about all that time wasting. I got confused. Here we go. I already like it.
Don't let go of what has held you together. Childish as it might be, nothing here is better. I don't know why all the answers seem to hang around the place you fall. Pay your attention to the writing on the wall. And I won't trouble you. I won't trouble you. I won't trouble you anymore. It's a slippery slope beside that need to understand. And I'll count every second until we meet again. High above the northern lights, we'll walk on streets of our eternal home. As for now, don't let the doubts you're feeling ruin where you're wrong. And I won't trouble you. I won't trouble you. I won't trouble you anymore.
That chord is so pretty.
Eyes for the sun. Stare if they ever find it.
That's harmonies.
Everyone can be cautious while raising their
God.
I won't trouble you. I won't trouble you. I won't trouble you anymore.
Oh, stop. Oh, my Lord. That almost made me cry. That was so beautiful. Yeah, no drums. Chords, vocals mainly. I mean, there was a bass, but the bass was it was just supporting the chords. It wasn't like, hi, I'm a bass line, listen to me, you know? But if it wasn't there, you would notice. Everything would feel so floaty all the time. The vocalist, I should find out what his name is. So beautiful, pure tone, gorgeous vocal harmonies, just really, I don't know. Every time he sings, I feel things. And the chord choices were just exquisite, just really, I mean, none of them were like super crazy, big, complicated chords, mostly major and minor chords, but the that's really all you need sometimes. It just, the lot of mode mixture, little unexpected, like, oh, I wasn't thinking it was going to go there. There's just something so amazing about when it goes somewhere you don't think it's going to go, and then where it goes is so pretty, you want to die. It's like the combination of those two feelings of surprise and beauty is so overwhelming to me. Man, that was so gorgeous. And that last thing did with the I bet you that's the ninth. The ninth is always see, the ninth is like an interval that you can, or a chord part, or a note you can sing against a chord, whatever. And it has a certain sound, and it's a fixed position away from the root of the chord. And you can make a flat six chord a ninth chord as well, because they're separate. One is a chord quality, one is a function. So you can go, say if we're here, you could play a flat six, which sounds amazing, but you could also make it like an add nine. And then you have I bet you they did that. Okay, that was great. I really enjoyed it. How do I manage to save the chat? Well, all the super chats are recorded in a separate folder that I can look at during the chat. So that's one of the reasons why we do them, is because it actually allows me to keep track of what you're requesting. General chats, just they scroll off and they're gone, and that's a bummer. So I love having this list, and I can heart them so that I can keep track of which ones I've done. And if I act fast enough, I can even reply to them in a special way. It's great. Okay, next we're going to do Clore's request, Moses Sumney, Lonely World. Okay. I've heard this. How have I heard this?
Cast a shadow on the shallow love it hurts.
Dorian, of course.
To feed a swine in need not cast its pearls. Lonely, 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 lonely world. And the sound of the vine flows through your body undisturbed.
That's the ninth.
And the sound of your voice flows from your body, white as
Oh
noise.
my god. Moses. God, he was like 22 when he did this.
Speaks to you.
Okay, maybe 24. I did my math wrong.
There's no
Oh, wait, maybe 25? Okay, he was young, whatever.
speaks to you. And the voice fills the air. Fog in the morning. Got my way.
I'm so mad at Spotify Discover Weekly for not suggesting that, because it's totally the kind of stuff. I mean, I was listening to a lot of electronic music, but I also, there was like a section of my Spotify Discover Weekly that was like son. I don't know if that's how you say it, son, and stuff like this. It's like, you know, it's definitely got like, it's got, you know, it's a songwriter, and it's got maybe some guitars every so often, but a lot of it's, you know, electronic production. And oh my God, that's so good. I cannot wait to listen to this album. I'm assuming it came from an album. I guess, you know, could have been a single. I don't know. But wow. I have way too many things that I would want to say about this. We don't have time. We just don't have even nearly enough time. But I will say, well, it was in Dorian. He held off on a flat six until near the end. Suddenly, sorry. And there was a, what key is this in? C. Sorry. Exquisite production. Was not expecting the drums to come in, but just him and the guitar was all I needed. I mean, it was so exquisite. His voice is very special. And yes, he can actually sing very high. He's in his falsetto, but even then he's going, ah! I mean, he was up there and has so much control over his voice, even 8 years ago. I wonder what I bet you he's even, you know, more incredible now, man. So yeah, I feel like a fangirl all of a sudden. Wow. Perfect song. Okay. YouTube wants to verify that I'm really me in the middle of a live stream. Okay. Suck it, YouTube. Okay, let's do Queens of the Stone Age. Feet Don't Fail Me. I'm ready for some kotza. Is there a listening party for this album? Villains? I think there is. On my Patreon. Hang on. Do I know how to spell villains? I don't. Like Clockwork, we did. No, we didn't. We've only done like clockwork. Really? I like that synth a lot. They're really making you want it. It's like a trance song practically. Oh yeah, I use this for my Instagram promotion on this song, or this live stream.
Just gotta move. Life is hard, that's why no one survives.
Is there like always distortion on their drums? Is that how they get them to sound so?
Feel like a fool and like a dancing fool. Foot loose and bouncing free. Feet don't fail me now. Stand in the gutter, my hands in the clouds. Feet don't fail me now. I just gotta move on.
Sounds like Aerosmith. This part.
Push myself to breaking point. It's all I know to do except for right. The trace, brake lights, and dust and nausea, driven by feelings I cannot hide. Slippy so civilized. One must tell civilized.
Reverb.
Me and my gang come to bust you loose. We move with an urgency between pleasure and agony.
I thought he said bitch we. He said between.
That's the sound what's calling me. It's 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 calling me.
After the drop, I'm cutting it off. Okay. So good. Yeah, it's a great song. That synth is my life. I love the synth. I would like the song without the synth, but the synth makes me love the song. It almost sounds 80s-y. 80s-y. 80s. The ninth. So good. It's rock. It's got some blues for sure. But they also, I mean, this is one of their more bluesy tracks. Like sometimes they do a lot of like weird, freaky major chords that don't seem like they should go together, but they sound amazing. Kind of the way, like different way, but Nirvana would also do that a lot. You're just like, what? And so this one's a little more, it's very clean. It's got a lot of like syncopation, a lot of contrast. It's very clean sounding. There's a lot of off and on, there's the synth is like the only thing that's like, that has like legato, like stretchy molasses. The rest is very punctuated, and it's really satisfying. The guitars, I think, are doing like these really strong offbeats a lot of the time, and you get the chicka 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 so syncopated. And Josh sounds great. I love his voice. The first time I realized who Josh was falling in love with the Arctic Monkeys album AM, and realizing that he produced it and that he was singing on Knee Socks and another song, I think, something about the fire, by the fireside. And I was like, who's that singing? Holy crap. It was just so good. He's an incredible vocalist. And he's got like this cool chorus, I think, effect on his voice in this one, which just, I think, accentuates his already sort of like, he's this like, he has I don't think of his voice, like, okay, the singer of Death Cab for Cutie has an incredibly straight tone. Like, something. I know I'm singing Postal Service. Let me just do it. Something, da 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 da. Straight tone. Josh has a lot of warble. It's not necessarily always a vibrato. There's something more liquidy about his voice that I love. And sometimes it is vibrato. Sometimes he just goes for it. And he sounds so good. Great drums, great everything. Sick riffs. Enjoyable. Okay. Next is going to be... let's see what I got. The Contortionist, Absolve. If I remember correctly, the Contortionist is metal-ish, right? Right? Maybe it's proggy. It's both prog and metal, okay. Wow, okay.
I'm mixed up, turned around, what you thinking out loud? What were we talking about now? Emotion free, euphoric state, too little too late.
So many nights.
You pray for rain, hopes that it'll wash away. Let's be honest, you don't have that much faith.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I think it's too late if you're looking to save face. I see you slipping.
He's really playing with the meter on the emphasis pattern in this part. The drummer, I mean. It's easy to be thrown by it. Everybody wants to rule the
Focused up, opened up, you're thinking too loud. All that comes has to come down. At least you can say you tried to pray for rain. You pray for
They want you to lose the one. No beat one for you. Only we know. God. That is great. That is really good. Yeah, it definitely. Come on. Why don't you listen to me? Cool sound design. Well, I super enjoyed that. They are very playful with timing. I mean, I think the whole thing was probably in 6/8, but they just really, really messed with your sense of it. They're having fun. I don't think they're not actually trying to thwart you. I think they're just really enjoying playing in that space. I think when you've got a brain like Danny Carey, or you're just so advanced that, like, you know, it's like that's what lights you up, is like playing in. You're like Neo, you know, just with the green, everything being in that like green code shape, and you can just see and know everything. And so it's like, you know, having fun would be like dodging bullets. Not really, but, you know, doing all sorts of crazy things. And, you know, you're just like, to them, it's probably not even hard. It's just like, ooh, fun. But it is fun to listen to. But it's like, yeah, someone said, did we ever get a beat one? I don't know. I think so. But I mean, at first I had a completely displaced rhythm in my head of just the guitar. And then the drums came in, and then it was still displaced. And then I was like, this doesn't seem like what they're probably not doing that. And then I finally switched over to what I believe is where the downbeat was. And then they took that away. And yeah, so I don't know. And even when I feel confident that I knew where that downbeat was, they would sort of like not hit the kick on beat one or the guitars, and they'd sort of wait until the 8th note after it, or the beat 2 after it, or something, you know, sort of like really just having so much fun. But anyway, aside from the rhythm, though, it's a beautiful song. I heard some gorgeous vocal harmonies. The singer has almost a very like breathy kind of sweet tone, and a lot of fifths and fourths. Remind me a little bit of sometimes like the way Chino sounds on the Deftones, like harmonizing with himself. It's just really pretty and like this. Very talented drummer, very talented. They're all very, very talented people for sure. There's a lot going on, so I wasn't able to necessarily like listen really hard to the bass. I regret that now. Oh well. But yeah, I would totally listen to that album. That's very, very. There's a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of good stuff. Definitely up my alley. Yes. Okay. Next is, let's do Vorlon asks request. His Vorlon quest. Okay, I tried. Pig, pray and obey. Wonder what this is gonna sound like. Pig is the band. This sounds like 1980. It's like Def Leppard and one of those industrial groups y'all like so much. Like Ministry and stuff. Are they from Germany? No. London. What does he sing about the USA? Bullshit, what in bigotry? Bile? Free bees. Wow. Okay, so that was industrial. That for sure was. And it looks like this artist was performing industrial music in the 80s or started in 1980. So it wasn't too far off. That's what it sounds like. And yeah, it's not really my thing. I can appreciate it though. It sounded a bit Rammstein-y to me. Rammsteinian at some points. And I guess I've heard enough Ministry now from y'all's requests that I could kind of sense that that's kind of what was KMFDM. Yeah, I guess in my head, in Ministry, KMFDM. And what's the other one? There's another one. They all are in my head is like the, I know they're different bands, but I haven't been able to differentiate their sound yet. Bullshit, bile, and bigotry. Yeah. He's saying the USA is infiltrated by anti-Camarilla groups. Camarilla groups. I don't know what that means. Skinny puppy. Yeah, that's probably the third one. Yeah. Yeah. Fun. It was minor key. I wonder if that's like when industrial is harmonic, because it's not always, right? Sometimes it's more textural, rhythmic. I have a feeling that a lot of it is in the minor key, and maybe also could be like Phrygian, because both of them have a hard edge. They're severe and serious. They're not particularly playful. Yeah, so that would be the Phrygian sound. You know what I mean? It's just very like industrial beats. I feel like often have sort of that like I'm hitting you over the head feeling, just like they can be more varied, but like a lot of them are that sort of 4 on the floor with like not a lot of groove, so to speak. It's more just like the bam, bam, bam. And I think that's obviously intentional, right? It's more machine-like. Indeed. Okay. Next, we're going to do... I want to do David Kavanaugh's request, for sure. The XX. Indeed. Dangerous. Oh.
They say we're in danger, but I disagree. If proven wrong, shame on me. But you've had faith in me, so I won't shy away. Should it all fall down, your love been my favorite mistake. They say you are dangerous, but I don't care. I'm going to pretend that I'm not scared. If this only ends in tears, then I won't say goodbye. Cause I couldn't care less if they call us reckless until they are breathless. They must be blind.
There are voices raining over. They keep saying danger, danger. I can't make them take you under. Makes no difference. No one can take this away. Should it all fall down, I'll treasure each day.
They say you are dangerous, but I
shocked.
'Cause I couldn't. Be blind.
Let them say there are warning signs.
Feels 90s.
They must be blind. They must be blind.
They say. This only ends in tears, then I won't say goodbye.
That was a dance track. I just, wow. Okay. It's kind of 90s housey club banger R&B influence, like, you know, it's, I want to do a listening party for that music at some point because it was all on the radio when I was like 9, 10, and it's so ingrained, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but I really want to listen to it with y'all. I want us to sit down together and listen to Where Do You Go, My Lovely. But also like songs like Missing, like the deserts miss the rain. And, you know, anyway, okay. So that's got swing. That's why it's got that groove. If it was straight, it'd be like, it says, that's a terrible. There's a swing. It's a really fast swing. It almost sounded like UK Garage at the beginning, but the difference is that it had a snare on the 4. But then when it really started to feel like a dance track is when they had the 4 on the floor kick and the snare on the 2 as well. And then it all comes together. Then you're like, I can't not move my butt, you know? I've been producing like dance music. Well, I haven't done it in a long time, but I did a lot of dance music when I was younger, and it's just always so fun, like finding the secret sauce of like, oh, now the groove grooves, you know, now it makes you want to dance. Like, why is that? Oh, it's because of the offbeat hi-hat. Like, just something about it. It's just like still a passion of mine. It's just fun. Horn samples, and you know, their voice. If they didn't sing, I would never have thought this was the XX. Never. It's their voices in that parallel octave, you know, what thing they do. She sings up here and he sings down here. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the vocals here. I mean, I know that's the song, but like I really grooved to the production, and that was my favorite part of it. But it's cool. It's cool. Yeah. Okay. Next, we're going to do King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Such a good band. Billabong Valley. There's a song on this same album called Devil's in the Details. No, Nuclear Fusion. That's what it is. That I somehow found and learned how to do play the drum parts, and it was so much fun. So I'm excited to hear more from this album because I actually think I just listened to that one song over and over again. So here's Billabong Valley, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Outlaws on the run, faster than a stolen gun. Died naked to the trees, killed so gruesomely. Burning tents to the ground, cops won't wave them down. The most wanted
Dorian, but it's also microtonal, so yeah, they're so good. They're they're Australian. They were in town. I could have seen them. I forget what happened. Either I couldn't go or I didn't feel well. Anyway, so close, so close. Hopefully I'll get another opportunity. The one that this is the one that I drum to. Just so there's definitely a 70s psychedelic rock vibe to at least this album. Obsessed with the melodies in that song. And then the devil's inside. It's so good. Man, it's so good. Okay. So, yeah, that was microtonal. Okay, interesting. I don't think I noticed the microtonalism in this song that I knew so well, so I was surprised when I was hearing those weird things. I was like, surely they can't be that out of tune. But then I was like, oh, but it's them. I mean, they're just kind of wacky. They'll do whatever, and they're so talented, you know? Like, you got to respect them, even if you're like, what the fuck are they doing, you know? And then I read the album cover, and it's like flying microtonal, like explorations in microtonality. I was like, oh, okay, that'll explain it. But until the guitar did that solo, it didn't sound like that at all to me. It sounded like it was in Dorian, and then the guitar was exposed, and it was like, okay, there's some weird shit happening. But yeah, they just have really cool melodies. The singer in this Billabong Valley one was that I don't know who that person is. I couldn't tell. They had a very young, high voice, and but they often have this sort of filter over the voice of very like both the low and the high end kind of rolled off, so it almost sounds like poor quality recording or bad radio. And the drums are also like pushed way in the back, like they're struggling to be heard, and they also sound like they were recorded on like 70s gear, and you know, but that's the sound that they have, I think, at least on this album. Again, I'm not sure about the others. Well, unfortunately, since I played the Nuclear Fusion song, now that's all I can hear in my head, and I don't remember what Billabong Valley sounded like at all. So I guess we're going to have to move on. But yeah, they're very cool. And I would not be opposed to doing a listening party of King Gizzard. And aren't they really prolific? Don't they make like 1,000 albums every year? Or am I thinking of a different band? Okay, we're going to do Marcine's request, which is Alvvays, but with 2 V's, in Undertow. More retro. Oh my lord. Please no rototops.
You find a way and try to hold on for as long as you can. You made a mistake you like to erase, and I understand. What's left for you and me? I ask that question rhetorically. You can't buy into astrology and won't rely on the moon for anything. No turning, there's no turning, there's no turning back. After what's been said, no turning, there's no turning, there's no turning back. Meditate, play solitaire, take up self-defense. When you get old and faded,
Nice vocal harmony.
you want your friends.
Sounds amazing.
What's left for you and me? You respond to my question metaphorically.
last couple notes sent me. That was amazing. It was so pretty, so dissonant compared to the rest of it, which is much more, pleasing. A little dissonance there, but that was a reverb fest, and I'm guilty of the same thing. It is such a different feeling. If you think about the Queens of the Stone Age song, which I know is a different genre, but still, just humor me. That was dry as a bone. There was a couple moments where they put reverb on Josh's voice, and they were obvious, because it was like, what just happened? Someone just dumped a pail of water on me, right? This was swimming in the ocean the whole time. It was just so full of that filament. So see, I don't think of reverb as being like humidity. Humidity is different. It's like this. It's like, I don't know. It's like shimmery filaments or something. I've really thought about that before. What else is it like? Never mind. I'll do that later. Dream pop? I thought it was going to be like an 80s sounding song, like really 80s, like Rototoms, and I got scared. And it was more rock. And is that also shoegaze? You could totally do a lot of seventh chords as well, which I feel like is such a shoegazy thing. Like, sorry. And then she goes, so pretty, beautiful voice. Okay, so here's the earth. That's a sweet earth, you might say. Round. All right, I had to do that. It's have you heard of this? It's got a name, but it's when an animal has a sort of a programmed response to something, and once the response starts, they have to complete it. That's the way it is with hoke. I have to get to the round, and then I can let it go. But all right, we're gonna do Planning for Burial, Warmth of You. Don't know which one is the artist or the song name. We'll find out. Planning for Burial is the artist. Warmth of You is the song. Is this gonna be sad? I hope so. I love sad music. Pavlov reflex, that's it. Thanks, Chris. wonder, I feel like, oh my God. Oh, God. These are my coolest trousers. Are you kidding me? You're wrong. Oh no, is that the end? Oh, okay. All right, so that was a bit how do we say this? It's kind of, it's very dark. And but it also had like dreamy pads. I know this is weird, but just let me do it. I'm trying to move my body. Oh God. What am I doing in public? All right, so actually this is nice because that way I can open up that crease, you know, the psoas. Okay, so what was it? I forget now what the note was, but a lot of that just like pulsing with bass and the guitar, just dun no, like in fifth maybe. Then it went to flat, and then it went to four. I don't really remember the melodies, except that they sounded all very minor and dark. A lot of atmosphere too, though. There were pads. They're very sweet, sad, sweet and sad, as well as some distorted textures. Warmth of you. I feel like distortion adds warmth, even if it's aggressive. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I guess warmth is such a subjective term, though. But it just saturates things, right? It just feels so big and like encompassing. It's not like a smooth piece of metal. It's like a scratchy, you know, layer of something being dropped on you or wrapped around you. It's so like, yeah, immersive. Yeah, that was cool. I will admit I was a little distracted by how crappy my body was feeling. Oh, but that was good. I would listen to more of that band. Sounds like it's one person. Impressive. Dark shoegaze. Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe that's the key for me. I need dark shoegaze. But I feel like Deftones has a shoegaze side that I don't feel as dark. I think it's actually quite uplifting, and I don't tend to like it very much. So maybe the darkness is the key. All right, I'm going to stay standing for the next one. Okay. Next is... Sorry, the cleavage. Okay. Crystal Fairy, Drugs on the Bus. I mean, I'm intrigued. Oh, is it already 2? Fuck. All right. Downbeat wrong. Oh wait, maybe it's just that they skip a beat or two. Ooh. Good vocalist.
Before the giant envelope wraps you up to a kiss. Some baby crash that knows so little. Next to grim talks, no one will shine. Yesterday's presumptions that tried city rocks. Smitten by a certain type of ease, regulates how to ease thoughts. Please believe the full on grounds, leave the shower with leaves. And still the woman sleeps forbidden to fly through closed hips. How long does she have the fun belief she will not sleep? No need to hide underground when mothers are child. Sunbathe the crash that knows so little. Next to grim tones, no one will shine. Yesterday's presumptions have tried city rocks. Smitten by a certain type of ease, regulates unease thoughts.
Wow. This is good.
Yeah, she's all alone in the forest looking for a tree to undress. Clips and skins all the branches off, carves the letters of her name. When suddenly a man shows up the size of God, no smile or shame. She doesn't care, she gives a damn, continues to unstrip the bark. Restrains the root, she uses them to cut out her eyes. The Irish shines, the sun is born, the man begins to lie.
Too poppy? What? Really? That's an interesting take. Wow. That was amazing. This vocalist can do anything. I believe it. There was a moment where I was like, ooh, she sounds like Kate Bush. I didn't even get a chance to say it because then she changed her style, her delivery completely. And I was like, oh. And then she just kept changing it. It's very theatrical. I love that. I love when the vocalist can just like, I'm going to deliver the line in the best way it can be delivered. You know, like it's not about cohesion. It's about serving the intention. Yeah. Sorry, Draghead said you forget my favorite band is Meshuggah. So anything that's not like hardcore metal sounds poppy. I can understand that. Okay. I will be doing more Meshuggah, by the way. I have plans, and I should probably find out from you which album I should do next. I'm gonna do an album instead of a. Maybe I should do a request stream. That could be fun again. That was fun. Okay, well, I'll think about it. Unless there's 13 polyrhythms at once, I'm not interested. Oh my god, okay. Anyway, that was amazing. So many, unexpected things happening. Styles of not only her voice, but also just the production, it took some turns. And it was very Dorian and magical for a while. And then it became more... I mean, rock can be Dorian, but Dorian does have, I think, a very beautiful sound. So it often doesn't end up usually being like a part of like really intense hardcore things. I don't know. It just doesn't lend itself well. Whereas Phrygian is like meant for that, you know. Right? It's like, duh. Bruno Mars. I'm not doing Bruno Mars. I don't have a Bruno Mars request, do I? Where is it? It's a Milo. I don't see Bruno Mars. Maybe it didn't come through. But in any case, we actually have to stop here. We are over time, and I have teaching engagements that I must attend to. So I want to thank everyone so much for coming. Thank you for your super chat donations. And, you know, I'm glad we were able to get to as many requests as we could today. Very cool. Yes, I would love to do some more Tool. Oh, actually, before I go, I'm sorry, I do have a question. I am going to start live streaming two times a week. So something in the middle of the week makes most sense to me, but I'm trying to figure out what to do about the time, because this time allows a lot of people to come from all parts of the world. Australians and New Zealanders are out of luck. I know that. But if I do like a Wednesday, I could do it at the same time, which would be great for people overseas, Europe, and it might be okay for people in the US if it lines up with their lunch hour during work, right? I could do it like at 5 o'clock, which would still be early enough for people overseas to come for a little bit before they have to go to bed. And it would be after work for some Americans. New Zealanders might be getting up early enough to come. This still be really early though. Or I could do like 7 o'clock, which would like eliminate everyone in Europe, definitely allow Australians and New Zealanders to come, and Americans might be able to come depending on it's like I want to find a time where like enough people can come that we have a good healthy stream. So I'm curious if you would come on a Wednesday at all, and if you did, when you would be able to come, you know, because yeah. And I could experiment. I could try noon, then 3, then 5, then 7, and just see what's most successful. But yes, I'm planning on starting that this week. So, and the live streams. So I'm going to keep I debated about this, but I'm actually going to keep the year live streams that we have lined up till 2024 on the Sundays here. And then on the Wednesdays, we're going to start doing other themes. And on my Patreon, I asked people for their ideas, and I got so many good ideas. And I don't even know where to start. I'm trying to pick where to begin. But it's going to be things like, you know, a single artist, like Aphex Twin Stream, right? Or Boards of Canada Stream. You request songs from them. It could be things like best drums in a song, you know, like it could be things like songs that remind you of this song. Like I'll play it and then like, you know, you request things. It could be like songs that, you know, have weird timing. It could be, I mean, there's just all sorts of cool stuff we can do. It could also be like somewhat time-based, but a little more, you know, how I did like 90s electronic music stream, right? Things like that, right? So, stuff like that. I think it'll be so great. I'm very excited about it. And yeah. So, Chris, when the stream is ending, since we can't see them after a while, is it possible to simply have a list of the unplayed super chats? Okay, sure. I can read them off if that works. I don't think I have the time to copy and paste them all because that's so. Well, maybe I could try. Let me see. Let me see how long that takes. Oh God, it's so annoying. It's so annoying to copy and paste from a super chat. Okay, I'm gonna read them. Transfigure Fields. Igor with 3 R's. Humus. HOUMOUS. Saw another. And then there's a rainbow emoji. Sure beats licking some toads. Slow Drive, Sugar for the Pill. Stylized as Alt J, real name Triangle, In Cold Blood. You Again by Arstior, Arstioir, but with lots of extra things that I don't know what they. Horsk, Horskh, engaged and confused. Friend Zone, Thundercat. On the Level, Mac DeMarco, Mac with just a C. Black Sun Empire featuring Sarah Hezen, Hezen. I Saw You, that's the song. Perturbator, Tactical Precision Disarray. And Fingers Pile. Yeah, we missed Thundercat. We did. I know. Okay. Well, I'll come back to the chat later and see if you gave me any feedback on time. But do expect that on Wednesday at some time, and I'll publicize it ASAP. We're going to be doing one of these more focused live streams, and I'll put the theme and everything in the title so that you know what to expect. But I'm stoked about it. Okay. Okay. All right, Alex Schmicky. I will keep the live stream going. I'm going to cut my feed, but I'll keep it going until you've got that comment in. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much. And I hope to see some of you on Wednesday if you can make it. If not, I'll see you next Sunday for 2018. Oh, also, just for consistency's sake, because I hate doing this thing where it's like, it's sometimes at noon and sometimes at 3 Central. We're just going to do them at 3 Central from now on. It's just going to be 3 to 5 Central. It is going to be later for those of you in Europe. And I'm sorry, but I just think we need to be consistent. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to try that. If it's not working, then we'll go back to the way it is. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, I'll see you next time.